Ever since games have existed, there have been things that are just pointless in them, but some mistakes are beneficial to the final product of the game. So today, I'll be talking about the top 10 mistakes in gaming. These mistakes could be good or bad, but will be ranked on how good or bad they are, but on the same list. It'll make more sense when you see the list, but trust me, I'm a professional. BanjoKazooie Nuts and Bolts. Yes, this game is an entire mistake. Back in BanjoTooie, we were essentially promised a Banjo 3, but since Rareware was bought up by Microsoft, the game was commercialized like crazy and ended up being cart builder / racer rather than a proper platformer. This game is voted one of the worst games of all time, and I would say that it almost, just almost, deserved it. When you think of game characters, what comes to your mind? If you've been on the internet long enough, it's kind of impossible not to know about the Creeper from Minecraft. In case you've been living under a rock for the past few years, a creeper is this green wiener alien looking thing that blows up when it's near you. How is this a mistake, you ask? Well, back in the development of the game, they accidentally mixed up the X and Y dimensions of the body for the pig model, and it ended up looking like this. This mistake gave Notch, the creator of Minecraft, the idea to create a unique character that looks like this. Now the creeper is pretty much a pop culture icon, all because of this one tiny little mistake. When I first heard of the next-gen consoles, I thought, wow, these consoles are gonna be great. Now I think, wow, the Wii U and PS4 are great. The hype was real when the Xbox One was announced, but at the time, it was one of the dumbest ideas in gaming. The Xbox One has no backwards compatibility, so new owners can't play 360 games on their new console. Now you have no choice but to connect to the internet to use your console. Finally, though this has been fixed, all Xbox Ones came with the Kinect, and it had to always be on when your Xbox, even if your Xbox is off. I don't 100% hate the Xbox One, I just think that there was a lot more potential in its development. Microsoft could have done a lot more than just focus on faulty voice control and TV compatibility. Nice job, Microsoft. First you ruined BanjoKazooie, now you ruin your own console. Great to see your priorities are in order. The Gen 1 Pokemon games are praised for being the best in the franchise, as I touched upon that a little on my Overrated Games list. They might be the glitchiest in the series, but that leads to one of the most memorable things in Pokemon history. Missing No, everyone's favorite glitched Pokemon. Sure, it was game-breaking, ruining Hall of Fame data, but who didn't have fun getting 99 Master Balls or 99 Rare Candies? The glitch is extremely easy to do. Heck, even I could do it, and I'm the worst at glitching ever. Missing No even allowed you to catch Pokemon that were over level 100, which is pretty cool as well. And the fact that Missing No is only exclusive to the Red, Blue, and Yellow games makes it that much cooler. Street Fighter is one of those games that can turn your friends into your worst enemies, or make you want to hit your brother in the throat with a pogo stick. It's one of the most satisfying feelings when you annihilate your friends with a combo. The combo system was a mistake by Capcom when the game was being developed. There was never any intention for combos, but earlier players figured out how to cheat the system. For each hit they gained, they received more and more points. The developers took note of this and implemented it into future Street Fighter games. Other developers took this idea as well, so the combo system in Mortal Kombat and pretty much every other fighting game in existence started using the combo system. If you're a fan of the game theorists like me, then you probably saw that 3-part episode about the Virtual Boy and the gaming industry as a whole. The Virtual Boy was a step in the right direction for the concept of virtual reality, but had very little third-party support, which is why it failed. The concept of VR from the Virtual Boy ended up being the inspiration for VR headsets like the Oculus Rift and Sony's Project Morpheus. Oculus Rift for the win! See that, Virtual Boy? You don't completely suck. Speaking of VR, the Oculus Rift is a great concept and experience for gamers and even non-gamer people. Guys. Things are going swimmingly until Facebook bought the Oculus Rift for $2.5 million. Mark Zuckerberg says something along the lines of, "We think that the Oculus Rift is a good social experience, and even though we say we aren't going to interfere, we're still going to." I fail to see how virtual reality can be a social experience. Maybe it's just me, but I'd rather live fun games like PlanetSide 2 or GTA 5 with my friends and talk to them in real time than live boring iOS games like Farmville or the ever-so-milked franchise of Angry Birds with friend help giving thingies like Candy Crush does. When the Rift becomes publicly available, I better not see a Facebook logo or app anywhere on it, or I will personally kick Zuckerberg in the face with the shoe. What do you think of when you think of Ocarina of Time's Shadow and Spirit Temples? Most people recall the mental trauma and nightmare fuel that is the Dead Hand. That thing was super creepy. It is like the Slender Man of 1998. How did the ESRB rate this game E for everyone if it has things that make the target demographic cry and not sleep for 4 days straight? This should have been rated at least E10 plus. I would think 10-year-olds can mentally fathom things like the Dead Hand. That thing is scary. It still scares me to this day, man. EA makes some fairly decent games. Let's just imagine what would happen if they made games like Mario and Zelda. Thank you, Mario, but our princess is in another castle. Please visit our online store to purchase additional castles and continue your quest. It's dangerous to go alone. Here, buy this. Microtransactions suck. Why would I have to pay an extra $5 to play the rest of a game that I already own? Microtransactions suck, especially for kids and teenagers like me who don't have a credit card to pay for the game to continue. Don't get microtransactions confused with buying DLC. That's fine, but having to pay extra to see the ending just plain sucks. This game almost made it on my overrated games list. This game was number 1 on the App Store for several weeks and is now no longer there. I'm, of course, talking about Flappy Bird. Why does this game even exist? There's so many things that bother me about this game. For one, it's not even an original concept. The game of keeping something in the air and dodging things has been around since the beginning of gaming. For another, this game is an iOS game, which means that it's much more likely to be found by people with smartphones or tablets, which is pretty much everybody. And lastly, people seriously think this is one of the best games ever. According to the game theorists, well, it's like the second time I mentioned them in this video, we don't know what we want in a game until we get it. Flappy Bird is a perfect example of this. People think that this is a good game, now want more mundane garbage games, will think that they're decent, and so on. Flappy Bird has pretty much destroyed the gaming industry by making us want mundane trash. This game was a mistake. Luckily, we still have people like Nintendo and Rockstar to keep the gaming industry alive. Thank you for watching, and if you agree or don't agree with my list, please be sure to leave a comment down below, and if you have any suggestions as to what top 10 video I should do next, please be sure to leave a comment down below. If you're going to leave a comment, please don't be a jackwagon. My name is Matt, aka ChunkyMonkeyGames, and peace.